Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. There's a fight you got to see if you haven't seen it. It's on the undercard of the Zach Chelly-Callum Simpson fight. That was the main event. It was on Sky TV, and it was between Stephen McKenna, 14 wins coming in with 13 KOs, and Joe Laws. Okay, Joe Laws, 14 wins with 5 KOs, 2 defeats. Now, McKenna's got this glossy record, which is, very, very, a high KO percentage, obviously. And Laws, he's got a big sort of ticket selling following. 30 years old now. He's from Tyne and Wear. McKenna, I think, is 27, from Ireland, from Monaghan, I think. This was a shootout. From the word go, it was just crash, bang, wallop. Laws was coming off a win over Michael Hennessy Jr., an 8-round points win. He hasn't really fought anyone. And in fact, he's been knocked out. Got knocked out by Ryland Charlton when Charlton was undefeated. And then he lost to a journeyman over six rounds, 6-round decision in 2022. And people thought, well, the kid's been exposed and everything. Yeah, he's skills-wise, he's quite low level. But my God, he'll give you a fight. And he came in against McKenna. There was bad blood between them. There was a lot of chit-chat, a lot of argy-bargy. Stephen McKenna, I mean, for a guy who's a 154-pounder, he's 6 foot tall, so he's much taller than Laws. But Laws came out like swinging. I mean, he's probably about 3 inches shorter, made himself even smaller by coming down, moving forward, letting the punches go within. I mean, he just pushed McKenna to the ropes in the first 20 seconds, both fists going wild. McKenna shelled up and then managed to clip him with the right hand, and down goes Laws in the first 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever it was. Pretty amazing stuff. Straight away it's carnage, absolute carnage. So what happens is Laws gets up, looks very, very shaky. McKenna tears after him, but Laws is, bouncing off the ropes, again, the shorter man by a few inches, making himself even smaller, swinging around, trying to ride out the storm, beckoning the guy in. McKenna, you thought, he's throwing a lot of punches. Is he going to blow himself out here? This was supposed to be over 10 rounds. That was optimistic when it was for the WBC international title. Fair enough. And then McKenna, of course, has everything his own way for the next minute and a half. And then what happens? Laws slings a left hook, bang. McKenna's on the floor, he's on his arse. And when he gets up, he's hurt, he's buzzed, no question about it. So suddenly Laws is the one looking to win. He goes forward, again, both hands. McKenna's looking shaky, wobbling around, can't quite, get the range. Laws is all over him like sauce over spaghetti. And the first round ends, absolute carnage, absolute shootout. And the crowd are going mental, of course, understandably so. In the second round, I think McKenna still looks a bit shaken. He still looks a bit wobbly, but he comes out. Again, when there's a bit of space between him, he can work those long levers. He was doing well. But Laws, even though McKenna was winning the round, about halfway through, Laws landed another left hook, and McKenna didn't go down. But the left hook seemed to be Laws' pet punch. And even though he's only got 5 KOs in 14 wins, that seems a little bit deceptive. He seems to bang a bit harder than that knockout ratio would indicate. And he was still a danger, even though McKenna, clearly the more skillful man, clearly the better fighter overall. This was one of those fights in the first and second round. You didn't have a clue who was going to win. Not a damn clue. Okay, McKenna, again, the more skillful fighter, the better fighter, probably the harder puncher with both hands. Maybe not the left hook, but certainly, Anyway, third round, more of the same. Laws moving forward, looking to get in close, make himself even smaller, and come up over the top with big hooks on the taller man. A little bit of a Derek Chisora thing going on there. Spent a lot of time on the ropes, bouncing around, but then he got clipped with the right hand by McKenna. A minute in, I suppose it was, maybe less. He backs off to the corner. He looks hurt, Laws, and then he goes down in the corner, takes a count, spits his gum shield out, wanders over to to his other corner, gets his gum shield put back in, goes out. McKenna knows that the end could be near here, slinging punches. Laws again on the ropes, clearly shaken, trying to bob and weave his way out of it. Got put down again. I think this was this was also in the corner. He got back into the corner, beckoning him in, went down. Second knockdown of the round. So, McKenna's looking to shoe in to win. Laws gets up. Again, doesn't stop trying. Threw a few hooks that, whistled past McKenna's head. But McKenna, I think it was really a case of Laws not really recovering from the earlier knockdowns, because he went down on his knees, and then the corner threw the towel in, quite rightfully so. And so it was a third round stoppage for Stephen McKenna. But I'll tell you what, he won't have many fights that are going to be this tough. Laws came to win, regardless of what he brought to the table, regardless of how he was a level or two or even three lower in terms of technique than McKenna. He came to win, and he left it all in the ring. And what else can a fighter do? And McKenna, to his credit, rode out his crises very well. He managed to, because I say crises plural, because even though he got floored in the first round quite heavily and it was really buzzed, even in the second round, there were occasions when, like I say, a few hooks were whistling over his head. He's got to tighten up the defence for the left hook, I think. But a good fighter, and now he's got this WBC international belt. Maybe you can use that as a springboard to other opportunities. But go and watch this fight, because it was a ton of fun, especially that crazy first round. Oh, my God, it was absolute mayhem, absolute bedlam. So, yeah, if you watched it, did you enjoy it as much as I did? I'm buzzing having watched it. I love those brief shootouts, crash, bang, wallop. Remember the old Rock'em Sock'em Robots thing, where you used to play before the computer games? This was, I'm giving my age away, but you know what I'm saying? Marvellous stuff. Let me know what you think. And yeah, thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the like button as well, because that helps us out a great deal, and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Good fight. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Bye for now.